You know how royal families always seem perfect on the surface? Well, recently something unexpected happened that's got everyone talking. Princess Charlotte, the young daughter of Prince William and Princess Kate, apparently made some remarks about Queen Camilla that have raised eyebrows across the palace. During what should have been just another day at the royal residence, Charlotte was walking with her parents when she suddenly stopped and made a statement that left William and Kate completely speechless. In a surprisingly mature tone, she announced she would show them the real Queen Camilla. The moment was so striking because it came without warning and carried an intensity unusual for someone her age. When Kate finally responded, she gently reminded Charlotte to be careful about such comments, noting that people are always listening. But Charlotte didn't back down. Instead, she expressed hope that everyone would eventually see what she claimed to know. What makes this situation particularly intriguing is that Charlotte allegedly overheard a private conversation that wasn't meant for her ears. According to those close to the family, she told her parents that Queen Camilla had been questioning William's readiness to be king, suggesting Charles should remain on the throne as long as possible, even if health issues arose. Charlotte reported that Camilla had compared father and son, painting Charles as more dependable, while implying William wasn't quite prepared for the role. Though the palace hasn't officially addressed these claims, there's reportedly been a shift in atmosphere behind closed doors. The tension appears to have been building for some time, especially as Camilla has taken on a more prominent role beside King Charles. At just 9 years old, Charlotte has already demonstrated remarkable perception. Those around her describe a child who listens more than people realize, notices details, and asks surprisingly insightful questions. This incident might reveal just how much she understands about the complex dynamics of the family she's growing up in. The timing couldn't be more sensitive, with King Charles continuing treatment for cancer and discussions about the monarchy's future becoming increasingly urgent. If Camilla is indeed expressing doubts about William's leadership capabilities, it suggests deeper internal pressures than previously known. What's particularly remarkable about Charlotte's concerns is that they seem to stem from a pattern she's observed rather than just one isolated incident. She later explained to her parents that she felt Camilla was trying to shape how others in the family viewed William's preparedness to lead, not just expressing a private opinion, but actively working to influence perception. Charlotte has apparently been watching and listening for some time, noticing moments where Camilla seemed disinterested in her or her brothers. She sensed something cold in these interactions, even when Camilla was being outwardly polite. She told her parents that it felt like Camilla didn't want any of them to succeed and was slowly building a case against William. For a child growing up in an environment of cameras, careful conversations, and constant public attention, Charlotte seems to have developed an unusually keen awareness of the undercurrents running through palace life. And there's another significant influence shaping her perspective: the ongoing presence of Princess Diana's memory in the family's life. Charlotte often hears stories about her grandmother Diana, and though she never met her, Diana has become more than just a historical figure. She represents family. Knowing Diana's story, the pain, the silence, the way she was treated, might make Charlotte even more sensitive to similar patterns she perceives in the palace today. Diana embodies warmth, compassion, and a type of royalty that connected with people, values William has worked hard to maintain and pass on to his children. This creates a striking contrast in Charlotte's mind between Diana and Camilla. When she hears about Diana, she sees someone who, despite her imperfections, led with her heart. But Camilla presents a different energy altogether. Even without fully understanding the complicated history, Charlotte has formed her own quiet opinions based on tone, mood, and energy. She's noticed how conversations shift when Camilla's name arises and senses the lingering tension. Their journeys to royalty couldn't be more different. Camilla entered the spotlight through controversy and spent years facing criticism before slowly gaining acceptance. Charlotte, by contrast, was born into the monarchy, celebrated from day one, and expected to embody a more relatable human connection to the people. This fundamental difference in identity matters. Camilla had to adapt and fit into the royal world, while Charlotte is growing up within it. Several public moments have highlighted this apparent disconnect. During Queen Elizabeth II's funeral in 2022, when George pinched Charlotte, causing her to react, Camilla reportedly appeared irritated and suggested to Kate that Charlotte be taken aside, a response many found lacking in understanding on such an emotional day for a child. At King Charles's coronation in 2023, observers noted that Charlotte curtsied to her grandfather, but not to Camilla. Throughout the ceremony, she maintained physical distance from Camilla, staying close to her parents and rarely looking at her, unusual behavior for a girl typically confident in public settings. Meanwhile, Camilla has been growing into her role as queen. In April 2025, she accompanied King Charles on a state visit to Italy and the Vatican, which quietly marked their 20th wedding anniversary. The trip included an audience with Pope Francis during the Catholic Church's Jubilee year, where Camilla displayed composure and diplomatic presence. Weeks later, she hosted a special reception at Buckingham Palace supporting cancer patients and charities, particularly meaningful as King Charles had been undergoing cancer treatment for over a year. Camilla took the lead in conversations, showing her increasing comfort with the emotional responsibilities of being queen. Her public schedule has remained full. In February 2025, she opened the new Mulberry Academy London Dock in East London, touring classrooms and participating in discussions about modern education challenges. She's expected to appear at several upcoming high-profile events, including the Chelsea Flower Show, Royal Ascot, and the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings. As King Charles focuses on his health and Prince William takes on more responsibility, Camilla's role has evolved from background support to steady leadership, not attempting to become the monarchy's face, but ensuring continuity during uncertain times. Meanwhile, Charlotte has been gradually stepping into a more visible role despite her young age. Her composure during King Charles's coronation drew praise, particularly when she gently guided her younger brother Louis by hand through Westminster Abbey, a small but meaningful demonstration of maturity. At Trooping the Colours, Charlotte stood on the Buckingham Palace balcony with remarkable poise, waving and maintaining proper posture like someone much older. Though these public appearances might seem minor, they serve as training for her future royal responsibility. Charlotte has already shown involvement with causes the family supports. During the coronavirus lockdown in 2020, at just 5 years old, she helped deliver food parcels to vulnerable people near their Norfolk home. In 2022, she joined the Together at Christmas carol service organized by Princess Catherine, where she sang hymns and interacted warmly with guests. Away from the spotlight, Charlotte attends Lambrook School, where teachers describe her as bright, energetic, and polite. She reportedly enjoys sports, particularly football and gymnastics, showing a competitive streak. Under William and Kate's modern parenting approach, she's being encouraged to speak up, ask questions, and express herself. Skills that could prove valuable if she takes on royal duties as an adult. Body language experts have noted that at formal events, Charlotte typically stays close to her parents, often standing beside Catherine or holding William's hand. When Camilla is nearby, Charlotte usually maintains more physical distance. Though there's no sign of open conflict between them, they remain polite and composed in public. What's notably absent is warmth. They rarely share extended eye contact, laugh together, or engage beyond what protocol requires. Charlotte is being raised in a household that honors Diana's memory, where portraits of her grandmother reportedly hang, and where her mother emphasizes compassion and connection. Camilla, meanwhile, represents a newer chapter, officially respected and publicly accepted, but seemingly separate in tone and affection. The contrast between Charlotte's upbringing and Camilla's relationship with royalty is stark. Charlotte is growing up in a household that prioritizes emotional honesty, mental health awareness, and kindness. William and Kate encourage vulnerability, allow space for mistakes, and foster real conversations, a deliberate departure from the emotional distance William experienced growing up behind palace walls. Camilla's approach to royal life has always been shaped by survival. She entered in her 50s after years as a controversial figure, having to prove herself with every move. Her version of royalty is polished, restrained, and rooted in tradition, what worked for her rise to acceptance. Her journey to becoming queen wasn't just about love, but required careful strategy, with her team working to rehabilitate her public image through calculated appearances and non-controversial charity roles. As we watch Charlotte navigate her royal life, questions emerge about how her perspective on Camilla and the monarchy might evolve. Will she maintain this apparent skepticism, or will her views shift as she matures and gains a deeper understanding of the complex history and responsibilities that shape the royal family? What makes this situation particularly fascinating is that Charlotte, despite her young age, seems to be forming independent judgments based on her observations rather than simply absorbing adult opinions. She appears to be asking profound questions about what truly makes someone royal in the modern world. Is it tradition and title, or character and behavior? The dynamics between these two royal figures, separated by generations but connected by circumstance, offer a window into the ongoing evolution of the British monarchy. As Charlotte continues to grow and Camilla settles further into her role as queen, their relationship may become one of the most interesting to watch within a family that has always balanced public unity with private complexity.